Long ago, a powerful kingdom stood tall, surrounded by massive stone walls and jagged mountain peaks. Its history was written in the blood of wars. But now, the shadows of conflict returned. In the bustling marketplace, citizens whispered in fear, watching the heavy city gates with anxious eyes. Inside the royal palace, the young king stood in the warm morning sunlight. He was a ruler who looked far beyond the horizon of battle. His generals called for an immediate strike, urging him to show his power. But the king remained silent, seeking a path that avoided bloodshed. A ruler's greatest victory is protecting his people, he told them. He believed that true strength was not found in steel, but in wisdom. The king left the safety of his throne. He walked through the emerald fields and cozy villages, greeting the farmers who worked the land. He shook the hands of the workers and smiled at the children playing in the grass. He needed to know what was at stake. "We are tired of the fighting," a weary farmer told him. The king nodded, promising to build a future that was actually worth protecting. But the threat arrived sooner than expected. Under a dark and stormy sky, a massive enemy army began its march toward the kingdom gates. The city braced for impact. Soldiers lined the high walls with bows ready. The air was thick with the sound of approaching war drums. As the enemy reached the gates, the king did something unexpected. He ordered the heavy doors to be opened and stepped out completely alone. His advisors were terrified, pleading for him to return. But the king simply said, "Prepare for peace first," and walked toward the enemy camp. In a grand hall lit by flickering lanterns, the king invited the enemy leaders to sit at a long wooden table for a conversation. "Why do you offer peace instead of steel?" the enemy leader asked. The king looked him in the eye, his expression calm and resolute. "Every war leaves behind empty homes and grieving families," the king replied. "Let us be the generation that stops the cycle of sorrow." For the first time in centuries, the leaders actually listened. They saw a man who valued life more than a crown or a conquest. The armies turned back, not because they were defeated, but because they were inspired. The era of the Great Peace had finally begun. Years passed, and the kingdom flourished like never before. The markets were full of life, and laughter replaced the sound of drums. The young king looked out from his balcony at the thriving city below. He had saved his people by choosing the harder path. True leadership protects the future. It is a legacy written in peace, proving that wisdom is the greatest power of all.